Once again, thank you for joining me on this daily journey into and through resilience. I only share with you not answers to your own challenges, but as I said, this thing called resilience, this thing I'm trying to put some structure around, some definitions around, for us to then maybe navigate our conversations around that construct, that I might have a definition for it that I offer to you, not as the answer, just as a data point, if you will, for you to consider as that's one way to define it, as I have resilience being more courage than vanity or more courage than arrogance. That's what I'm saying connects all of us more than whatever separates us. So moving forward into today's discussion, the need for trauma. Maybe when you saw that title, you might be thinking or had the observation that he can't be serious having that as something of interest in this discussion about resilience and proposing a need for trauma. So I am serious about it, but please bear with me. I would not wish that upon anyone to go through the thing called trauma. But as I mentioned before, these stories about my journey, my quote-unquote traumas I've been through, they are real. They have happened. But I just hope that those experiences in my life can help you as you navigate through your quote-unquote levels of trauma, or if you have none, fine. Could be as simple as just challenges or lessons to be learned. But no, I'm not saying you need trauma in your life, but I will say that each one of us, we all receive some level or type of trauma as something we each need to go through individually and for us to grow before we actually and finally die in this life. And again, for me, that's another way to describe resilience. Now, going a little further, do you need trauma every day? Probably not. You're actually needing it and seeking it. But remember, this life that you have, you do not prescribe it for yourself. Same for me. This life that I have, and I can relate to you as far as the history, I did not prescribe it for myself. And yeah, here it is, that term I mentioned before, that thing called fate. And it was that fate that I shared with you, but a lesson my African elder, my brother from Sierra Leone, taught me about fate that is fixed. So while it seems defeatist and almost like negative to restate what Mr. Tamba taught me about this life, my life, his life, your life, each of us has a fixed fate. It may sound pretty moribund, it might sound pretty morbid, it might sound really defeating, that just give up on life because whatever happens is fateful. And I can see why you would think that, because that's where I was too when he first taught me that, about anything being fixed. But just step back a bit. Typically, if you're like me, when I heard that from him, means the negative side. My fate is fixed. Those bad things that happened to me, that malady, that car accident, those divorces, those things that happened, lost jobs, lost money. Oh man, all this fate. But not you. I never took the time to see the great things. If that statement is true, my life has a fixed fate to it. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Starting simply with, I am still here. I am breathing. I can talk. I can listen. I can learn. Those are good things. Going a little back further in history, went to high school, graduated. Went to West Point, graduated. went to combat, direct combat, getting shot at. Not only did I survive, the soldiers with me, we all survived. Took them in, we all came back out alive. If that's part of the fixed fate, that's a pretty good deal. Now, of course, then I give you the other part of my experience, a stroke, quadruple heart bypass surgery, and briefly mention 3 divorces, lost many jobs, getting fatter sometimes. But still, even if I took all that I just mentioned to you in the past 2 minutes about good and bad and ugly stuff, all combined in that soup you listen to called Ming. I'm here. I'm still here. And like you, whatever you've gone through, probably not the same level or types of trauma that I went through. There's no need for comparison about you had 2 strokes, I had only 1, or you've had 1 marriage, I went through 3. It really doesn't matter. Right now, in this present moment, my guarantee to you to change your perspective on this present moment is just that. We are here right now. I am sharing with you in this moment, hopefully something of value and useful to you in your journey. But we're here. And again, no need to sit down and on a piece of paper, I write down my 62 years of trauma. You write down your years of trauma, and we can contrast and compare and then contend about who's stronger, who's smarter, who's dumber. I'll probably take the latter part of that. But either way, there's no need for that. It's all relative to not only the cards that you've been dealt and the cards that I have been dealt. I have my hand, you have your hand. You have your brain, I have my brain. You have your heart, I have my heart. It's in your body as mine is in mine. However, that common essence that pumps through that same organ that we share in common, but in more in common, that same essence is pulsing through each of us. That air that we receive that we don't prescribe, that we can go buy. That blood that we didn't go get, it was given to us at birth. And more importantly, much more importantly, that sound that's beating that heart right now. That same beat. I didn't make it up. You don't make it up. I might be an inspiring musician, but can't create that tone like my heart does, like yours does. So no, we don't need to compare trauma, but let's just recognize and accept and appreciate the trauma we each go through that lead us to here today to learn, listen, and love ourselves more through, not even despite, through whatever trauma we have each went through up to now and going forward. Stay present. Stay current. Remember, no matter where you are in this world, please remember, it's always 820.